Hi everybody, this is Dwayne with Lilley's Landing Resort Marina. It is Saturday, February the 29th, leap year 2020. And it is a very beautiful day out here. Nice and warm, about 60 degrees. And the lake is busy, busy, busy. Lots of boats out here. We've got two big groups staying at the resort, and they have got just about every one of our boats rented. And I am just about to run over a guy's fishing line here, so I need to back up for just a second. I've got just a small window to get out here and do the one cast. So I'm not going to go real far. Like I said, just about all of our boats are rented today, so I'm just going to use a John boat here. And we're going to go down the lake, just above College of the Ozarks Pump House, and do our one cast. We had some guys from south of St. Louis have a small little tournament. And they weighed in some fish. They brought in, they just weighed big fish. They brought in, one of them brought in a rainbow that weighed 3.5 pounds. Everybody said fishing's pretty good, catching a lot of fish, just not a lot of big ones. Still got that 2 units of water running. But there is all kinds of boat traffic out here today. We've got big boats, little boats, lots of wakes. Well, I've brought a couple of things out here. I've got one rod, 7-foot rod, with a pink power worm on it. And I might try and throw that through here. This wind is probably going to push me around and make all kinds of crazy things happen here, but we're just going to make do with what we got. So yeah, this is a 7-foot rod. Right now that pink power worm is about 5.5, 6 feet under the float. I think I'm going to make that just a little bit deeper, which is going to make casting this a little bit more of a challenge. But if you'll water load it by touching the stuff in the water behind you and then throw it forward, you can usually get a little more control on your cast. And I'm going to leave this motor running so that I can just make small adjustments here. Alright, so water loading. You just sling everything back behind you, hit the water, then cast it forward. I'm right there up on the bank. Try and keep this thing turned right. We'll sit down just in case another boat comes by. The hardest thing with this, being all monofilament, is that my line is not floating on top, and I can't really see when it needs to be mended. And now I'm getting it. Oh, I just had a bite. Getting all wrapped around my rod tip here. Alright, I think we got everything back under control now. Starting to get a fairly decent drift. Got this trolling motor right in my way. I would rather use the big motor on one of these John boats. Just a little more control. I heard scuds up in the trophy area. Steve Dickey said that they were working real good. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot of reports from up in the trophy area. We just went over a tree. I might end up snagging that. It might clear it. We'll see what happens. keep popping that line up out of the water just to make sure that the current's not catching it and pulling that bobber. That way that pink worm on the 100th ounce jig can sink down there 6 or 7 feet deep. I'm going to try this for just a little bit longer, and then I'll switch over to jig fishing. I did bring 2 rods with jigs. Bright sunny sky, that might have to be a little bit deeper to be effective. What I'm doing with that trolling motor is either just bumping it into reverse or bumping it into forward, just to try and stay drifting with my bobber out there. And it doesn't take much. And I think I'm too far from the bank. So nothing officially on the one cast. I'm going to change that depth just a little bit more, another foot or 2. We're going to water load it one more time. See if I can't get it over there closer to the bank. That's not bad. So that current over there closer to the bank is a lot slower than the current out here. So lots of mending of the line is needed and adjusting of the boat. I might have had a bite right there. Push my glasses up so I can see that far. I normally like to do this pink powerworm under a float on a 9-foot rod with that braid, and that braid floats up on top. So you can kind of see where your line is at and what you need to do to get a better drift. I really can't believe there has not been a fish bite this right here. Just a little bit more, and we'll switch over to a jig. All right, I'll switch over to a jig. Nothing seems to be wanting to eat that. We'll put that one away. And I'll grab this. It looks like maybe a 3/32 orange-headed sculpin and peach jig. Throw it right over there into the eddy. Lots of boat traffic out here. And this bank has been been loaded with fish the last couple of days. Take a couple more casts and then we got to get back to the dock. I got a bunch of boats coming back here shortly. I've talked to anybody. There's a fish right there. Look, I've talked to anybody dragging any power baits today. Or night crawlers. Little bitty stalker. Pretty guy. He'll be a trophy someday if everybody keeps letting him go. He's hooked very well. Got a couple more casts. Water is a whole lot slower next to that bank there. Well, did you guys catch any yet? Oh, good. Oh, good. I had a trip yesterday, midday trip. Started at 10 o'clock in the morning. We fished till 2. And we actually threw little jerk baits, the ones I paint, and did very well from the cable down to the boat ramp, about the first half mile, 3/4 miles of the lake. Those fish were pretty aggressive up there. And then we switched over to jig fishing and went down behind Eagle Island across from Fall Creek and went back up in there to get out of the wind. It was super windy yesterday and did real well back in there. It was a lot of fun. Kind of make you feel like you're on a small stream hiding back in there, and there was a lot of trout that sure wanted to eat the jig back in there. You ever up here on a windy day and the wind is beating you up out here on the main lake, think about getting behind that island if they're running enough water, or tuck in someplace like that, get out of the wind and catch some fish. Today is just a beautiful day to be on the lake. This jacket is too warm for what I'm doing, but I've got the microphone in the pocket of it, that's why I have to have it on. Alright, one more cast and I gotta head back there. Get positioned just right. I like that little pocket right behind this tree. Perfect. I like it. waves just push this boat all over the place. All right, everybody, that is the one cast for today. Nothing officially on the one cast, but we did get to see a fish caught. We thank you all for watching, and we will try it again tomorrow. Like and share us on Facebook if you get a chance. Thanks.